Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Utes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Might as well give it to him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Back to throw, it's Rivero. Gets it to him on the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Using his feet to buy time. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. When you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
This crowd knows when to bring it. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Selden. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Dropping back, it's Rivero. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Terrapins! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll run it from the gun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On the ground, it's Brand. And the Utes get it past the sticks.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking for a man. It's Rivero. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Motion from the wideout. Running back searching for a hole. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rolling right and going deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oklahoma State is just getting blown out today. I've never seen this program look so bad, and I am a man. I'm 40. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Glover. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Turning it on. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Utes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. As they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Rivero. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now. I mean, they've got the defense on their heels.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Makes a move. Lowers those pads. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give on the inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you've got to have an execution, has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Rivero. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Terrapins will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half on the ground. There he goes. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Webb. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Rivero. They've got the screen set up. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Terrapins have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Grabbed in the middle. It's McConnell. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Hey, great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Terrapins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Mississippi State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback adapting. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And the drive has been really, really solid. And we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions, got to make sure we're aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive, and make sure we've got a plan for the shorter part of the field down here so we can get a touchdown.
Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And the Utes moving quickly to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Bray. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room. The 50. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Got a little space. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that, because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to throw, it's Rivero. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wants to change this route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're setting up the screen. Spins away from the defense. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Rivero. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. Skips away from pressure. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Complete downfield.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Wants to throw. It's Rivero. Forced out of the pocket. It's caught downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Terrapins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Terrapins enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. They'll move the tight end. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.